be ready to go. But day 6 is all about, first off, thank you for being here. This is Confessions of Being Fabulous with Priscilla Hawks. Thank you for being here on day 6, which is about, we are continuing the last couple of days. We've been going over what I call gratitude blockers. And today's gratitude blocker is what I like to call reckless or recurring negative thinking, like as a lifestyle, negative thinking. And this is important because we are so programmed that we don't often understand that the thoughts that we're thinking them because we're just used to thinking them. Like if something happened, it could have happened like 10, 20 years ago, and there may be some thinking around that you have held on to for all of these years without even knowing it. So if anything that resembles that, or like you're triggered in some kind of way, you start to think those similar thoughts, and it might not even be the same situation. It might not even be what you looked at 20 years ago. This might be something completely different, but we're programmed to kind of think the same thoughts. And in fact, most of the thoughts, and I don't know the statistics on this, so I don't want to start making up numbers, but there are actual statistics, you can Google it yourself, that prove that the majority of our thoughts that we're thinking were the same thoughts as the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. So think about that. Think about how for the past 10 years, if you've been thinking the same thoughts and you don't like the results that you've been getting in your life, is it possible that your results have something to do with the recurring negative thoughts that have been going on in your mind for however long, right? So negative thinking, recurring negative thinking, I want to say, because, we're human. So we have a day where something goes wrong, your immediate result, I don't care how, you wear the rose-colored glasses with pride. I know I do. But even with that, I'm still human. And my humanity sometimes results in a negative thought, a negative reply, whatever. It's just my bounce back game is different. But that initial, negative thought when something happens is normal. Hi, guys. Hey, hey, hey. Ambulance? Ambulance. I believe it says that. Hi. Thank you for being here. And there's a few other names. Are you divorced? That's funny. But anyway, so recurring negative thinking, I'm not talking about those one-off moments when something happens. I'm just saying in general, if you wake up in the morning and sometimes you just unconsciously are doing this, you start to wash your face, you brush your teeth, you do your whole get ready routine, start to pay attention to the thoughts that you're thinking. And I did this. I started meditation, to be honest, this year because of this, because I kept hearing that if I meditated, I would have an increased sense of awareness around my thoughts. And that is exactly what happened. So it put me in position to now understand when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm washing my face, when I'm putting my clothes on, putting my socks on, doing whatever I'm doing, to kind of pay attention to the thoughts that are coming. And then now, if I feel or I, am aware that there's a series of negative thoughts day after day after day over the course of 5-6 days, that's my cue, oh, this is what I do at this time at 10 a.m. This is what I do at this time at 8 a.m. every day. This is what I do at this time at 2 p.m. I think this string of thoughts and they feel negative, so that also explains why other things that happen around that time may not feel so warm and fuzzy, right? So recurring negative thinking could just be your gratitude blocker. Because if you're so caught up in whatever those thoughts are that you're thinking, and it might even be justified, when I, increased my meditation practice, I started to become aware because of it. And there was a series of thoughts that I was justified in thinking about those things. Something had happened. It was kind of sort of traumatic, to be honest. And anybody that hears the story would agree, like, oh, yeah, it's kind of normal to have those types of thoughts. So it's not about whether or not you're right. One thing you will learn about me, if you decide to stick around, at all, not just for this challenge, but on this channel, you will find that I am a results driven person. I am a solutions person. So for me, things like whose fault it was and who did this first, and if you heard the story, you would agree, you're probably right that it's their fault, and so therefore you have a reason to feel the way that you feel. But if in the same breath you tell me that you want more gratitude in your life as a lifestyle, if in the same breath you say, I want some different results, I want to feel more positive, I want to be more productive, then I'm going to say you're going to have to let go of certain things where even, you are the one who maybe is justified in the negative thoughts that you have. Because it's not just like forgiveness or unforgiveness. It's not about the person, it's about you. It's about what you harbor here. What you harbor here, you tend to think here. And if you're thinking it over and over and over and over, day after day, well, you're acting on those thoughts, even if you don't realize it. And not acting on it towards the person, but you're acting on those thoughts. So if you're acting on those thoughts and they're all negative thoughts, what do you think those actions look like? And if those actions stem from a series of stinking thinking sessions, then what do you expect from the actions that you take and therefore the results that come from all of that? It's not going to be what you want. Unless you're in these streets looking for negative. So I'm not talking about those people. Those people exist too. I'm not talking about people that are negative. You're looking for negative company. That's not what this channel is about. But if you found me some kind of way, whether it's the algorithm, God may have placed you here, it's probably because you are looking to turn over a new leaf in 2025. You may want to be a more positive person because being the opposite of that, is just not working for you anymore. It might be that you're perfectly fine, but you're just looking for some new methods and new ways of expressing gratitude and of, experiencing more results that you want in your life as it relates to feelings. I can't promise you results as it relates to certain things, but this channel is all about, I have become an expert in changing my state of mind. I have become an expert in changing how I feel. I'm not going to say on a dime, but I'm close. When something happens, and I do it not because I am, again, not human, not because I'm not justified in those feelings, but because I understand the effects of lasting feelings on my consciousness, in my body, even our body. Our body is aware of the feelings that we have. And if we keep telling our body over and over again, whether it be through our tears, through the tightness in our chest because we're upset, the roaring in our stomach, all of those things, those cues that we're giving our body, if we experience that day after day after day, month after month, year after year, we're training our bodies to basically feel all of this trauma, and we're letting our body know, this is normal, body. It's okay. You can feel that. You can feel it here, body. And that's what's happening. So because I don't want that, I have trained myself over the course of many, many, many years. So I don't want to gaslight you and make it seem like this is a one-day process. This process for me started 2012. So we're talking at least, 11, 12 years ago. And I'll get into it another day as to, why and how and all of that. But the very first book I read on thinking was called The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. Look that up, Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. And it was the first book that kind of let me know that I had a choice in my thoughts, because I didn't know. I really didn't know. I did not know that I could choose my thoughts. I thought that we were just out here living life, and the thoughts that pop up, they're just the thoughts that pop up. And then I became aware of the fact that I could actually choose my thinking. I could choose my response. I could choose to revise a thought. Maybe one day, I did think this, but I have the choice now to say, you know what, I'm going to think this instead because that thought serves me better. And so this is not about being delusional. This is not about giving people a pass. It's not about allowing anybody to walk over you or anything like that. It's simply about, stepping into the power that you have, the God-given power. We've been given power to, think on certain things. And I would rather, if I have the power to think a positive thought, I would rather utilize that power and think that thought than to think negative thoughts. Because we have that power too. We do have the power to think negative thoughts. But which one feels better? In the grand scheme of things, right? Which one feels better? So anyway, and here I am past the 10-minute mark again. I'm sorry, guys. I've been trying to make this 10 minutes per live video, and it always, at least the past couple of days, have gone over. I'll try again tomorrow. But anyway, I gotta jump. I actually have a call in 2 minutes, and then I gotta rush out the door. Thank you guys so much for being here. So the challenge for today, we talked about a gratitude blocker called negative thinking, recurring negative thinking in this situation. And so the challenge is for you to pay attention in the next, even 24 hours. We don't have to make this, you're already in this challenge. So I'm not going to give you a challenge within the challenge that's long. But next 24 hours, just pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention. Like really, really pay attention. What are you, when you just kind of space out, you're washing the dishes, you're doing your hair, you're making dinner for your kids. Pay attention to the thoughts. And if you see that a bunch of your recurring thoughts, like for seconds in a row, minutes in a row, hours in a row, are negative, please believe me, this is a gratitude blocker. This is a gratitude blocker. So it's going to be hard for you to really get in the spirit of feeling grateful for the wonderful things around you because you don't see it. It doesn't come to you. You have all these other, it could be in the form of chatter. You have all of this other stuff. So anyway, I have to jump. Thank you guys for being here. By the way, that's for, okay, you must be talking to someone else. I don't know. But thank you guys for being here. What I hate is that when this live ends, I'm not going to be able to see these comments. YouTube used to have it where at the end of a replay, you can look at the comments when you're looking at the replay. And unless it's me and I'm doing something wrong, that feature is no longer there. I click on it, it says live replay, but when I click on what used to be the part where you can see the comments, it's completely blank. So I gotta figure something out. I hate that I can't engage, at least sitting from here. So we'll figure something out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but in the coming days. Tomorrow, quick notification, I'm gonna be in a different location. I actually, many of you are new because this channel is still a baby channel, but I sing. So I'm gonna be singing tomorrow at an event, and I am gonna have, while I'm there, what's called the Gratitude Corner. It's a Christmas event. So in between singing or whatever, I think the way I'm going to structure tomorrow is have people come into our little gratitude corner and just have a conversation with them about something or some things that they may be grateful for. All right, so tune in tomorrow. I'm at an event that starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I will attempt to still go live at 4 p.m.-ish, the way that I've been doing here. I advertise this as 4 p.m.-ish because I know that I will not necessarily be able to do 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the nose every single day just because of my work schedule. But anyway, thank you guys for being here, and I hope I see you tomorrow. I wish you lots of fun, laughter, abundance in your life.